Hi guys, in this video I'm going to take you through a quick injury prevention routine, just a small group of exercises that you can do on a weekly basis to maintain your health and stay active. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is what we call a reverse active straight leg raise. Okay, so to do this exercise, it's going to focus on a little bit of core stability. So just lay down on your back. You want to put your feet up in the air like this. From this position, you want to flatten your back to the floor, engage your core. Keep your back flat the whole time, keep your legs straight, and then you're just going to lower one leg, lift back up, and then lower the other leg. You want to make sure that you're able to keep your knees straight and your back flat. And you should feel this exercise in your core, maybe a little bit in your thighs, but you shouldn't feel any pain or tension in your low back. So doing that right leg, then left leg, that's one rep, and you want to do 20 reps. Or work your way up to being able to do 20 reps, keeping your back flat. Now, if this is too challenging for you, you can bend your knees like this and do what's called a reverse marching. So you just do the same motion, but your knees are bent. And if this is still too hard, or you're not able to keep your back flat, or you're not feeling in your core, you can just start here, keep your core engaged, and just lift up like this. Okay, but the goal is to get to the point where you can do 20 reverse active straight leg raises like that. Okay. So that's the first exercise that focuses on core stability. The second exercise is a glute stability exercise, and it's a single leg bridge. So you want to start in this position, just lift one leg up in the air, still keep your core engaged, and you're going to squeeze this glute with this butt cheek, and then lift the hips up and come back down. Okay, you're going to do 20 on this side, and then switch and do 20 on the other. Some keys with this exercise are keeping your low back in that same neutral position. You don't want to arch your back as you lift up, and you should feel this exercise in your glute. You should not feel like your low back is doing the work. You should feel like your glute is doing the work, okay? And you shouldn't feel any cramping in your hamstring. So once you do 20 on one side, you just switch legs and do 20 on the other, okay? If you struggle to do it on one leg, you can do the same movement but use two legs. And you could just do 2 sets of 20 or 1 set of 20 double leg bridges. Okay? So that's a good glute stability exercise, works on hip extension. It's good for injury prevention. So the next one is what we call a bird dog, another rotational core stability exercise. So to get to do the bird dog, you want to start in this quadruped position on all fours. And before you start, you want to make sure your spine is in a neutral position. So you don't want to be arched like that or rounded like that. You want to get in that neutral position, engage your core. Your hands are shoulder width apart, directly under your shoulders, and your knees are directly underneath your hips, and your head is in a neutral position. So you're not looking up or flexed down like this. You're in a good neutral position, and then you're just lifting up, opposite arm, opposite leg, coming back down, and doing the same thing on the other side. That's one rep, and you need to do 10 reps. So it's a pretty simple exercise, but you're really just working on maintaining that position in your spine as you lift the arm out in front and extend your leg. So you should feel like there's a cup of coffee on your back and you don't want to spill it. So a lot of times I'll see this where people will arch their back, and I don't want that. I want you to maintain that good neutral spine, core engaged through the whole thing, and you're not rotating or tipping, you're staying pretty neutral. Like I said, every time you do right and left is 1, and you do 10 reps. Okay? So after you do the bird dog exercise, that's 10 reps. You're going to get a band, put it around your legs. Start with the band just below your knees. You want your feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. And just like you did when you're on your back or in that quadruped position, you want to engage your core, keep your spine good and neutral. And then you're going to do a standing hip stability exercise. It's the side band walk. So once you're in this position, your core is engaged, feet are shoulder width, toes facing forward. You're just going to step out, back to shoulder width. You're going to step 10 steps one direction and then 10 steps the other direction. That's one lap, and you're going to do 3 laps. Okay? So as you can see, as I'm stepping out, I don't step back here. I step back to shoulder width. So it's out, back to shoulder width, out, back to shoulder width, out, back to shoulder width. You should feel this exercise in the outside of your hips for those outside glute muscles. Your knees stay relatively straight. You're not squatting when you're doing it. And your legs aren't perfectly straight where they're hyperextended. You're just kind of standing in that natural stance, core engaged, just like that. So after you go through the side band walk, you're going to grab a band and we're going to do a couple exercises that focus on postural stability and rotator cuff stability. Okay, so the first one I want you to do after you do the side band walk is what we call a banded row. So I have this band and I've looped it around this column, but you can also use a doorknob. So if you loop the band around the doorknob and then close it, you just need something secure enough to anchor the band to. And once the band is securely anchored, you just want to grab the handles. Your hands are going to face each other. Arms are going to be out straight. You just want there to be a little bit of tension in the band when you start. And then from here, you're just pulling your arms straight back and pinching your shoulder blades in and down as you pull the band. Okay, so you're working on postural stability or the muscles that attach to the shoulder blade. You're going to do 20 reps like this. Okay, it's really important that as you pull back, you keep the shoulders down. They don't shrug up like this. So you want to make sure that you're feeling it in the muscles of your upper back. You're not feeling it in your neck and upper tract. Okay, so I'll show you a couple more reps. You're just pinching those shoulder blades in and down. There's not a lot of resistance with the band, but you're still going to feel the muscles work as you get into those higher rep numbers. Okay? So after you do 20 reps of that banded row, you're just going to loop the band like that. So now you're just holding it here. And you're going to do what's called a band shoulder internal rotation. So this is more of a rotator cuff exercise. And so if I'm doing it on this arm, my arm is going to be flush to my body, the elbow is bent at 90 degrees, and my arm is kind of pointing out at a 45-degree angle. I'm not starting here, I'm starting with that arm kind of just angled out at 45 degrees, and you just want there to be a little bit of tension in the band. So if I'm starting here and there's slack, you need to step out a little bit, get just a little bit of tension, and then from there, you're keeping that shoulder blade in and down, and just rotating the arm like this, and back out. So as I rotate in, I don't roll my shoulder or lose that position. I keep it, okay? So I'm here, pulling in, just like that. And I'm slowly controlling the way out. You're gonna feel this a little bit in the front of the chest and the shoulder, but there shouldn't be any pain in the joint. Okay, on the other arm, you can just switch, turn around, do the exact same thing. So you can see my shoulders kind of set in and down, and I don't lose that position as I rotate. Okay, so 20 reps on each side. After you do the band shoulder internal rotation exercise, the next one you're going to do is what we call a scaption raise. So to do this, you're going to want some weights. Recommend anywhere from a 5 to a 10-pound weight. I would start with about a 5-pound weight. If it's too hard, you can go down. I'm holding pretty light weights. These are only 3 pounds, just to show you. But I would start with a 5-pound weight and build up to a 10-pound weight at max. And then to do this exercise, you're just going to start with your arms by your side and lift straight up at about a 45-degree angle. So you're not straight out in front, but you're not out to the side. You're kind of halfway in the middle, and you're just lowering down. And as you lift up, you want to keep your elbows straight and shoulders in a good position. You don't want to let the shoulders shrug up. So if you can do this in front of a mirror, that'd be ideal. You keep the shoulder blades in and down, kind of set them before you start moving. And then as you lift the arms up, you're only lifting to shoulder height and then coming back down. You should feel this exercise in your shoulders, but no tension in your neck and upper tract. And you do 20 reps. You want to build up to being able to do 20 reps with a 10-pound weight, but start with something more closer to a 5-pound weight and then go up or down depending how easy or hard it is. After you go through that scaption raise, the next exercise you're going to do is what we call a sideline shoulder external rotation exercise. So this works on the external rotator cuff muscles. And to do this exercise, you're just going to lay on your side. You want to have that other hand supporting your head. And then this top arm is going to be flush to your body, elbow bent at 90 degrees, and you're going to hold a weight in that hand. I'd start with a 2-pound weight and then build up to being able to do it with a 5-pound weight. If you do it with a 2-pound weight originally, it's really easy. You can start originally with it closer to a 5-pound weight, but try it first with a 2-pound weight and then go from there. So the starting position is this arm flush to your body, forearm is kind of resting on your belly, but your shoulder's engaged here. It's pulled in and down. It's not rounded forward. So once you're in this starting position, you're just going to rotate the forearm up, just past neutral, and then control on the way back down. Okay? So you can lift up and lower down. You do 20 reps on this side, and then 20 on the other. So it's important to keep that shoulder blade and that shoulder in a good starting position. Don't let it roll forward as you let the weight come down. It's also important to control the weight on the way down. You don't want to just let it fall. You should feel this exercise in the outside part of your shoulder or the shoulder blade. You shouldn't really feel any pain or tension in the front of your shoulder or in your neck or upper trap. So I'll just show you a couple more reps. Like I said, you want to start with a 2-pound weight. You can do it with no weight if you need to, but you want to eventually build up to be able to do 20 reps with a 5-pound weight. So on the other arm, it will look the same. Good starting position. I pull that shoulder blade in and down, and I rotate the forearm up. Just do 20 reps on one arm, and then 20 reps on the other. If you want, you can also put a towel underneath that arm to make it maybe a little more comfortable position. If you're dealing with some shoulder pain, that may be better, but start with no towel, and then if you need that towel to make it more comfortable, that's fine as well. After you do that exercise, you're going to do 3 more postural stability exercises. And I recommend using a ball, but you can use, if you have a weight bench, that's a perfect thing to do it on, or like a really skinny ottoman, that's fine. You just want something that you can lay on your stomach and your arms can hang down on. So the 3 exercises are called stability ball, I's, T's, and Y's. And so I'll show you the I first, then the T, and then the Y. And you're going to do 20 reps of each exercise. So first, the starting position on the ball. You want the ball just below your rib cage. You want your feet wide enough so that you feel balanced. And then your arms are going to pretty much hang down like this. You don't want to be slumped over the ball or arched like this. And you want your head and neck in a good position. So to do the stability ball I's, you're just lifting your arms straight back. Your palms are facing down. They're not like this. So you want your palms down, lift up, pinch your shoulder blades in and down, and come back down. So you do 20 reps like that. You should feel this in your shoulder blades, not your neck or upper back or upper traps. And you shouldn't have any pain in the shoulders. So once you do 20 reps there, you can rest a little bit, kind of shake it out, and then you're going to do the T's. So the T's are with your arms more a little bit out to the side, and now your thumbs are facing up, and you're lifting your arms up, pinching your shoulder blades in and down as you lift the arms up, and then coming back. It doesn't matter how high you lift the arms, you just want to feel those shoulder blades working and controlling the motion. Okay, after you do 20 of those, take a little rest, relax a little bit, maybe move your head and neck around, and then you're going to do the stability ball Y's. And now, so the I's were here, the T's are there, and then the Y's are more out in front, but you're not fully out in front, you're kind of at that 45-degree angle, thumbs are up, then you're lifting your arms straight up. You still want to concentrate on pulling those shoulder blades in and down, and if your shoulders are a little tight, you may only lift up to here, that's fine. You don't want to start to shrug those shoulders on any of these exercises. Okay? So 20 reps with the Y's as well. Okay? So after you do that, that's pretty much, the full injury prevention routine. It focuses on core stability exercises, glute stability exercises, postural stability exercises, and rotator cuff stability exercises. Those are all the exercises that you need to recover from injury, stay healthy, and just, be healthy and active throughout your life. So if you get in a routine of doing this kind of routine at least once a week, you're going to be good to go. If you have any questions, please email me at liveactiveyou@gmail.com. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel. If you're dealing with an injury or you have trouble understanding the movements or going through them, please send me an email. Once again, it's liveactiveyou@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help. Once again, I hope you found this helpful. In the next video, I'm going to take you through just a good full body functional strength workout that you can do in combination with the mobility and stretching routine I showed you and then this injury prevention routine. So I hope you found it helpful. Look forward to helping you, and I'll see you in the next video.